If we're going to be using these standard classes, we first need to take a closer look at attributes and methods. So let's do a little bit of review on the structure of a Java program. Remember, we use classes in Java because Java is an object-oriented programming language, or OOP. So pretty much it organizes all things that you're abstracting, all things you're trying to represent in the real world, or maybe you're making a game, right? The fantasy world. Anything you want to represent, you're going to represent it in an object. So an object is an instance of a class, and it's meant to represent or abstract data or real world entities. A class is a blueprint or template for creating objects. So the class is actually going to describe, hey, how are you actually representing that thing? So for example, the car, right? We're going to look at that in the next slide again. How are you going to represent the different aspects of the car in terms of actual data, right, in the programming language? So the class is going to define attributes, so the characteristics of the object, and then the behavior. So those will be through the methods slash functions. We're going to talk about functions later on. For now, we're going to stick with the word method. That objects and behavior that objects created from the class will have. So let's take a look again at the car example. So remember, the class name is car here. The model here is an attribute. So attributes describe key characteristics of the object. You can already think of different, parts of the car that you can represent as an attribute. The make of the car, right? We usually do make and model. The year of the car, the color of the car, the price of the car. If we're getting really detailed, right? The car might have a special trim, right? We have like luxury trims where the car has like the most features, and then we have like the basic trims, right, where you're getting the cheapest version of the car, a lot less features. So everything that you want to represent about that car, in terms of characteristics, you do that through the attributes. And these are usually, they could either be primitives, right, or they could be objects themselves. So they could be custom classes that you make, or they could be part of the Java standard classes as well. So in this case, this is not a primitive. Model is not a primitive. It's actually a non-primitive because we're using the non-primitive string object type. Now, methods, what does the car do, right? Well, any car, obviously, we want them to drive, right? So this is the common behavior of cars. So of course, we're going to have this as our number one method here. So drive is describing something that the car will do. In this case, it's driving. Now, of course, this is not a real, class for a real car. I'm sure if we did program a car into a real object, right, it'd look a lot more complicated than this, right? If we're having to, work with the components of the car, the software of the car, etc. But think of this as a really simplified example. So model, that's going to be a characteristic of the car, sorry. So that's going to be an attribute. And then method, driving the car, that's going to be a method because it's an action that the car can perform.